And there's like, I love seeing where everyone's from.
I know. This is so good. I know we got some Nashville people. We've got a global community with us tonight, guys. So go ahead and drop where you're from. We love an active chat. Okay,
Yes.
Shannon, we can't see your faces. And so we love an active chat. We've got it open here. This is 100% live. And I just want to get right into it. Okay. You guys, Shannon and I's job for the next 45 minutes is to make sure that you guys are not the same person that you were when you registered for this call. Okay. I know for a fact that you guys are going to have some incredible light bulb moments over the next 60 to 90 minutes. I know this because it happens every single time I do one of these calls, but I know specifically that this one is going to be extra special because Shannon freaking McKinstry is here and we've never done a live call like this together.
I'm excited.
I'm so excited. So we have some of my audience here. We have some of Shannon's audience here, which means that we have the coolest freaking people on the internet all hanging out together right now. From, I think they've named every state.
Shannon. Yes, I know.
Okay, you guys, Shannon and I, we talk about this a lot, but as we look at the landscape of social media, it has truly never been easier to make content, which means everybody's doing it. Which also means today, the point of today is that we are going to show you some of the easiest ways to cut through the noise and have the breakthrough that can change everything for you. Okay. Using your own unique gifts. And that is going to be the key. Now, why are we doing this? Okay. Because our DMs, both of us are full of the same question. And Shannon and I both love to love on people so very much. The Viralish team, which is my core internal team of coaches, and Shannon, we have some really unique superpowers when combined. And so Shannon and I had this idea to come together and do a joint call and bring our people together to try to unlock as many of you guys as possible and give you guys as many aha moments and create something together that we're pretty freaking excited about, which we'll get to at the end. So let's get right into it. Shannon, you want to walk us through the agenda and tell everybody what we're going to tackle over the next hour here today?
Absolutely. So first we'll be introducing ourselves, giving you a little background, just so you know why it's okay to trust us. And we promise we're the real deal. And then of course, why this even matters. And, you know, Adley and I have been in this for a long, long time. We've not only, it's not just content, it's literally changing your life. So we'll get into that. And then of course, Adley's, you know, the pro at 10xing your views. So she'll be going over the top 3 truths so that these are definitely going to be where you guys are going to have those aha moments of maybe little tweaks you guys can make. And then not just content, we're here to build a business and change our life, our family's lives as well. And then we will drop a little surprise for you guys that we hope you'll be really excited about as much as we are.
Yes. Okay. Let's start with this because Shan, you've built one heck of a reputation and a business for yourself as a social media queen. But I know for both of us, life was not always that way. And for a long time, social media felt like a really big struggle, the way I know it feels like for a lot of people here. So for my audience who may not know you and your backstory, can you talk to us a little bit about where you were versus where you are today?
Yeah. So, long story short as possible, is, you know, my background is in marketing and broadcasting. I was working at CNN for a while. And then eventually I started my social media management business. Now, this was in 2014 when people were still like, social media is a fad. It was literally just Facebook and LinkedIn. I was charging $100 a month. Now, I was very excited to get that $100 from each client because I was like, oh my gosh, people want to pay me. They trust me tight. And then, you know, struggled for many years, my husband and I, because I did take this big leap of faith to start this business and leave my 9-to-5. But over the years, I started realizing that's when I started kind of posting content was around 2016. I was like, maybe I should post my own content too. That's where I started growing and building a community, added consulting. And then next thing I know, I hit 6 figures literally on accident. I was like, what? Cool. And you're like actually making a lot of money. And then I didn't have a coach or anything. So I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I added Reels coaching and courses when Reels made their debut during the pandemic. My account exploded from there. And here I am today with 7-figure business. And again, on accident, but just because I love my people and I just love helping people get their message out into the world.
Amen. It's so cool. It's so inspiring. And you guys who are new to me in the Viralish world, my name is Adley Kinsman, and now very blessed to have made over $20 million from organic social alone, not ads, from organic social. And my rep tells me either he's just kissing my butt to make me feel good, or he is true. He says that we are the most viewed, or I am the most viewed female producer in Facebook and Snapchat history. We've advised now in over 50 different industries across very, very diverse sectors. We've taught well over 30,000 students now and helped them get unstuck with social media. And we consult and create content for top brands such as Raising Cane's, First Form, Walmart, HP. We've done campaigns for all of them and many, many more. But just like Shannon, I did not pop out of the womb a viral video engineer. This was my bed just a few years ago, actually. And I'm honestly really proud of that because it wasn't very long ago, which just shows you the power of social media and that we are living in the greatest wave of free advertising the world has ever seen. That is why both Shannon and I are so passionate about giving this gift to other people and helping shortcut people's path to success. And that is because your content should be changing your life. It should be changing your life. If you are actively making content and it is not consistently growing you an audience, bringing you leads, or making you sales, your content is not doing the job that it should be doing. And Shannon and I are both here to tell you, as coaches who have coached thousands of people, you are probably not as far away as you think you are from an unlock, from massive success. Shannon, would you agree with that?
Yes. And even one of someone I've been working with for a while, same thing, just a few tweaks to her content. We took her from 12,000 to 85,000. She's 8x her income. She's made her 2025 salary in the first 3 months of the year, and she's selling $37 products. And she's a teacher. So like life-changing for her family. So
I mean, you guys hear stories like this all the time. And I want you to know it can be you. Like, this is not reserved for special people. It is just a couple tweaks and couple knowledge and mentorship that both of us had. That was the key between where we were and where we are now, is kind of just showing you what to do. And that's why we're here, because we as coaches are most equipped to serve the person that we once were. So that is why we're here. Before we get into tools and tactics and all of this head knowledge, I want you to understand the operational beliefs of what these tools and tactics, where they're coming from. And that is this statement that's on your screens right now. At Viralish, we are experts in increasing your visibility, because nobody can buy from you if they don't know you exist. You could have the cure to cancer, and it would not matter if nobody knew about it. It would matter. Of course it would matter, but you wouldn't be able to save any lives. We're not shy about talking about money, because for 99% of you on this call, that is why you're doing social media. You're not an entertainer like myself. I do social media for fun, like a weirdo. The money has been a byproduct, okay? But more attention equals more leads, equals more sales. But if you can't get the attention, you can't get the leads, you can't get the sales, you can't pay for your kids' college, you can't get the house you dream of, you can't go on that vacation, you can't do that if you don't have visibility. Visibility is the key to everything that you are looking for. In social media, reach and distribution are free. Free. You don't have to pay for it. So we are going to teach you how to do it the right way, so it actually starts working for you, because more visibility will solve most of the day-to-day products in your business. And if you don't believe me, if you want more high-quality leads, you got to get more people to see your stuff. If you want more revenue, you got to get more leads. If you want to sell for millions of dollars someday, you have to build a brand to get that fat multiple. People have to know you exist, and it all flows. Everything that you want flows from visibility. That is the first domino. Okay. If I offered you one billboard in Nashville or 100 billboards in Nashville, Shannon, which would you choose?
100.
Why?
More visibility, more eyeballs.
More people. Like, yeah, if I've got 100 billboards and James over there has one, and we're the same competitors, like in the same industry, I'm going to go with the person I see all the time. Same thing for social media, but the billboard is free. And that makes organic content the cheapest customer you will ever acquire. Okay. When somebody finds your HVAC company because they saw a video where you walked through exactly how to know if your unit's about to catch on fire or fail, and it's August in Texas, and their unit's making that exact sound that they saw in the video, when they call you, they're not a cold lead, you guys. They already trust you. They already feel like they know you, and they call you first. Do you know what that kind of trust costs to manufacture through paid advertising? More than a lot of people can sustain. Organic content is the cheapest customer you'll ever acquire. It is true brand building at scale. So there is so much we want to teach you guys, but when we have just such a short amount of time together, we decided to like boil this all down into the top 3 truths to help you 10x, and I'm not exaggerating, 10x your reach in a very short amount of time. And for some people, it will happen on their very next video after this call, because I get those DMs every single time we do this. Okay. So truth number 1, you do not have a views problem. You have a retention problem. Views are the symptom of the greater disease. If you solve your retention problem, you're going to solve your view problem by default. So we have a rule that we enforce every Viralish student to live by, and that is this. Okay. This is the golden rule. We are going to create an itch in the first 3 seconds that you do not scratch until the last 3 seconds. I don't care if it's a 6-second video. Congratulations on 100 to 112% retention. Okay. That's good. This rule alone transforms more pieces of content and the way that that video is engineered than probably any other rule. And then we just coach people on the execution of it. But what it creates is this curiosity gap. It creates tension, and tension equals retention. Tension equals retention. If you're taking notes, write that down. If you look at any sitcom, any movie, any book, it's tension, you guys. We're not making this up. We're just adapting it to social. These are age-old principles, okay? The entire plot of anything that you're interested in, it's interesting because it has tension. We don't keep watching something without tension. And if you start scrolling, next time you're scrolling, look at tension and that keeping you there, okay? So we have a very simple framework that each of your videos can and should follow that will help you guys achieve that. And that is this. This is Viralish's famous billion view formula. That's it. Looks pretty simple, but most good things do when we've taken something complex and boiled it down. But these are 6 simple elements that when combined correctly will on average bring you 150% increase on your viewership above your baseline. Those are the numbers we've seen. This formula is responsible for over 76 billion views. This formula is how we've done over 1 billion views every single month since 2020. That level of consistency is not luck. That level of consistency is a formula. It works for carousels. It works for written. It works for faceless. It works for you being on screen. Now, each one of these sections has 4 to 10 different elements inside of it that we can coach you on, but this is your stack. Everything that this is both for Shannon and I, everything that we can teach you that can be taught exists in here. And then we just teach you how to do a different element of this better. And so we operate around a set of rules and templates and frameworks for a couple different reasons. One, it takes away your excuse of saying, but I'm not a creative person. Okay. It makes the formula around video success plug and play. And once you see this in action, you're not going to be able to unsee it. You're going to start seeing in everything that you watch. So I'm going to run through it really quickly because many of you I know are already in the Viralish ecosystem. You know this. And it's the first thing you learn when you come into Viralish. But here's what this is. And you can go watch this on YouTube. I literally talk about this in every podcast, anything that I've ever done. So I don't want to bore you guys with it, but I do want you to understand the foundation. Okay. The hook, you guys are smart. You're Shannon's people. You know what the hook is. Okay. This is also the most important part though, because we could teach you a million things to do in your videos, but if you don't master the hook, literally none of it matters. They're never going to see it. Okay. So the hook is what you got to master first. And there's 10 hook point elements that we train on. We like for a great video to have at least 7 of the 10. And we just think of it like a checklist. Okay. Suspense is next. Suspense is everything but between your hook and your payoff. Suspense is the difference between good creators and the best creators in the world. That's where your attention lies. And that's how in every second that they are watching your video, they are subconsciously deciding, is this the most interesting thing I could be watching right now?
Yep.
So everything from how you talk, your pacing, the way your structure of your video is designed, the visual married with the text, with your energy is everything. Same thing with carousels. This is just storytelling. It's the meat in the middle that keeps retention the thing. Okay. The more time somebody is spending with you, one, the more the algorithm is honoring you. Two, the more you're building trust to earn the right to get the sell. Okay. Then we get to the payoff, and the payoff is where all the attention is pointing towards. It's where people decide if they're going to take action with you. Are they going to follow you? Are they going to unfollow you? Are they going to take you up on the lead magnet? Are they going to comment? What is the taste that you left in their mouth, right? Then that's your skeleton. Then we have the bolt-on, which is stakes. Stakes determine why people care. If I'm going to propose to Shannon and we're sitting in my living room and I'm just like, hey, will you marry me? That's kind of a boring video. But if I'm going to propose to Shannon in the middle of Dodger Stadium with like 30,000 people watching on live TV, and I could face public humiliation with the most vulnerable question to ask somebody, and that is a little bit more interesting. That's a better video, only because the stakes are higher. The stakes are higher. And we raise, if you're taking notes, write this down. If you're taking notes, there's 4 main ways that we raise the stakes. If I could have you walk away with 2 things from this formula to master, it'd be suspense and stakes. They're going to make the biggest difference. But there's 4 main ways that we raise the stakes. One is props, meaning if I'm a magician and I'm saying I'm going to balance this quarter on top of this LaCroix and it's not going to fall in and get wet, I don't care if a quarter gets wet. The stakes are low. But if I have this be a vat of acid and this is my wedding ring that I'm saying I'm going to make it not fall in the vat of acid, that's better. Okay. I care more. All we did is swap the props. Okay. So we raise the stakes with props, with location. This is the easiest way. Easiest way. Okay. If you're making a video and you're just sitting here like this, you can change your location, go on set, go in the grocery store, go in your car, raise the stakes. Location is the easiest way to do that. Wardrobe is another. I'm going to show you some examples of this later, but wardrobe and casting. And I'll show you what this looks like in action, because if you guys are visual learners like me, this will help to see it in action. The next bolt-on would be engagement tactics. You know those comment sections that just like fire off on random things, or they're just like getting really heated and starting like forum level conversations? We design those. Okay. We don't leave it up to chance to design comment sections. We design them. We design our comment sections and what we want the action to be and the impression we're leaving on the viewer, what emotion we need them to feel and what we want them to comment and who we want them to send it to before we ever write and post a video, because we're orchestrating the outcome that we want. So even just that little bit of intention makes the biggest difference. Design your comment sections in reverse. That's our Missy Elliott method. We'll get into that on another call. But we design what we want people to say. And this right here, this trick will get people who would never normally comment on videos. It will compel them to say something, and it is beautiful. And then testing. We used to spend a ton of money on testing, but this is how we consistently get over 1 billion views a month. And now you can do this with trial reels, or you can do it with Facebook ads. Okay. Now, your goal from today forward, you guys, is 90% retention on your first 6 seconds. If you can get 90% retention on your first 6 seconds, you are going to be in the top 1% of content being served up to the algorithm. Okay, that comes directly from our reps. We've tested it, of course, and this runs parallel to every major algorithm out there. Okay, the takeaway here is we want you to have a really wide TAM with your hook, total addressable market. 9 out of 10 people coming across your video, we want them to stop. So before you design another sentence in your video, design it with the first and second sentence being like, would 9 out of 10 people care about this? And if your answer is no, I want to challenge you to fix it. And I'm going to give you a couple tips and ways to do that. But this is the goal. And Andrew, I like what you're saying. That is a lofty goal. And it is, but it's like my mother told me in high school. She goes, if I set the bar up here, when you fall, you're only going to fall here rather than having no standard or bar or anything you're aiming for at all. Right. And so if you get 82% retention, still pretty great. Kristen, you can track retention in your edits app. You're going to be able to see a retention line. I want you to aim for that to stay as high as possible. So if I start with a hook, here's how to fix your tennis elbow. And all of us get served that video. I'm scrolling. Shannon, do you have tennis elbow?
No.
Andrew, he doesn't. Amy, she probably doesn't. Chris, most of us don't have tennis elbow. So we're going to scroll. What does that tell the algorithm? Not very valuable. Can it find its audience that has tennis elbow at this moment? Sure. But you guys, that just niched it, compressed it versus somebody saying, I took my 6-year-old on a walk every day when he starts feeling anxious. Well, tell me what you think of this hook. I take my 6-year-old on a walk every day whenever he gets anxious. It's done. That's a truism. Yep. If you can say duh or okay, cool after the end of your first sentence, it has no curiosity gap. Rewrite it. We don't care. We don't know you. I don't care that you take your 6-year-old on a walk when he starts feeling anxious. There's nothing in that. I don't know you. This is not the most interesting thing I could be watching right now. Always take it back to the viewer. That first sentence, your first slide, your hook has to do 2 things non-negotiably. Create an emotion in the viewer and cause a curiosity gap. Start the tension. Create that itch in the first 3 seconds that you're not going to pay off till the end of the video. Okay? So instead of, I take my 6-year-old on a walk every day when he starts feeling anxious, slightly better if you add a text overlay that says ultimate parenting hack. You widened the interest base a little bit. Best might be something that our coach Mel came up with. Day 1 of raising my kid to be the next president of the United States. So this mom was struggling with this kid who has not a mental disorder, but the kid's just very frustrated, some type of behavioral disorder. And so she would just take him on walks and she just wanted to talk about that. But we packaged it in a way that said, I'm raising my kid to be the next president of the United States. And here's how. And then she kind of gets into the meat of the suspense after that hook. That makes me say, okay, that's unniched. That has high curiosity. That has high stakes. That is controversial. That is interesting to parents and non-parents. Yep. That is interesting to both men and women. Same topic. She's going to get into how she's raising that kid to be so stress resilient he could be the next president. And then the walk is how they do it. And then she gets into behavioral stuff. We would never get there in the video with you just saying you can't take your kid on walks. We have to be interesting, guys. You don't have to be silly. You do have to be interesting. If your goal is to grow right now, I want your focus to be 50% of your content right now following this rule. This will help you break through a plateau faster than anything else. So start stacking the other elements from the formula on top of this. After that, your content is going to be next level. Okay. Truth number 2. There is a difference between what people say they want to watch and what they actually pay attention to. Over 76 billion organic views later, I can boil the difference between those who are successful on social media and those who are not down to this statement and those who understand it. People are not on social media, you guys, to learn about your nonprofit. They're not scrolling TikTok to learn about how to heal their back pain. They're not flipping through Instagram to learn about your coaching program or your real estate deal. They are on social media on a subconscious level to be entertained. Mm-hmm. They're mindlessly scrolling. And so are you. You are also the audience. So when you show up, you make a video just trying to sell them something or trying to deep niche educate them, they're gone. They just watched a cat video. Okay? They just watched a controversial piece of news. They just watched a drunk guy falling down a hill. Okay? We are on social media to be entertained. And if you want to earn their attention, much less the right to educate them, much less the right to sell them, you have to meet people where they're at when they're on the app. They're distracted, standing in line at the bank. They've got a kid tugging at their leg or their arm. You're competing against their email inbox. They're laying on their couch scrolling, looking for the most interesting thing that they could be watching at that moment. That is what you're competing with. So it is not at all about what you're teaching. You could be the most boring business niche thing, B2B thing in the world. And you could package it to be the most viral company. The Milwaukee Public Library has over 250,000 followers. The Milwaukee Public Library is now a tourist attraction because they understand this. And I'm going to show you some examples, but the job of your social media is not to sell. It's not. It is to become a magnet that attracts. Look at what Shannon does. Okay. And she's going to show you some examples of this too. But when you become an embodiment, an attractant, sales will take care of themselves. They will take care of themselves. And we would both bet that you guys are creating content that's almost always bottom of the funnel, selling. Your job isn't to overtly sell on your socials. Your job is to entertain and relate to your buyers. Because if you become a magnet by becoming a mirror, it will take care of itself. As an example, all of this is brand deal content. All of this. This is selling UFC, this guy and Mike Chandler and First Form Protein. This is also selling a supplement. This is selling heart tools for Walmart, 100 million views. This is selling Raising Cane's. This is selling TurboTax. That one was a little hard to make sexy. This is selling Bird Box. Are we saying Bird? That was the name of the movie, right? It's been so long now. Bird Box.
Yeah.
We're not saying, here's all the features of the movie. Go buy it. Tell your friends. We're integrating it into culture. We're getting it millions and millions of views by being cool. Like, people are on social media for cultural relevance. Okay. We're seamlessly showing how powerful these tools are and giving them 100 million impressions of a big warm audience they can now go run paid media against. Okay. This is for Raising Cane's outside of their new Nashville location when it opened, trying to say the chicken is the most important thing that could be possibly happening right now. It's also the bachelorette capital of the world. So a bachelorette's carrying a bride eating chicken, and she cares about literally nothing else. And we say some things are more important than crossing a busy crosswalk because the bride only is focused on the chicken. Okay. So what we're doing, our job is to give these brands mass awareness in top of funnel so that their bottom and middle of the funnel content has an opportunity to be seen. Okay. Now, you may be saying, Adley, I run a holistic therapy center, or I am a psychiatrist or a doctor. I want to be professional, not silly. I 100% see that. I hear you, and I'm not asking you to be silly. If that is not authentic to you, 1000%. You don't have to be silly. You do have to package yourself in a way that is interesting. As an example, this is a surgeon. I think his handle is @SnotDocNC, if you want to look this up. But this is a surgeon. Notice the wardrobe, raising the stakes. Notice the location, raising the stakes. He's in the OR. He's not sitting at his doctor desk with all those plaques educating us on snot. He doesn't have over 250,000 followers as a sinus surgeon talking about snot. He doesn't. He's in his costume. It's a costume, kind of. He's in his costume. He's in the OR. Doctors are walking all around and he says, "Good morning. Let's pray." And he just starts preaching. If you're a person of faith or not, it doesn't matter. This guy is compelling, but he is a multi-passionate person, like many of us. And he is using the thing that is special about him and different about him to build a giant audience, not talking about snot, not being an expert. The costuming does that. The location does that. The stakes do that. Okay. But if I have a deviated septum, I'm going to this guy. If I don't have a deviated septum, he came across my feed. Guess what? My friends in North Carolina, I send them to him. He came across my feed. I'm not the core ICP, but I know that he exists. And so do 310,000 other people that will now refer to their friends. Okay. He is not being silly, but he is being interesting. He is understanding how to use this app. This is a real estate agent. Okay. This is somebody from Viralish, is Jen Lamont Real Estate Group. And she was teaching cold calling. So she was filming herself overcoming objections. And this sales script has like a 75% close rate. And she was teaching all of this stuff. Jen, nobody cares. That's kind of boring. It's boring. And so we said, if this sales script is so good and so simple, can your 9-year-old do it? It's more interesting. Now I'm watching a 9-year-old close huge 6-figure deals. That's interesting. That shows how simple and easy and good it is. Okay. She's not saying they're telling all the features. She's showing the outcome. Bomb. That it's a simple swap and casting. The third way that we raise the stakes. So you see kind of how these elements are coming into play and intersect.
Yep.
Really, really cool. Okay. Shan, I love this example. Tell me about this one.
Yeah, and I love it because Jessica just asked, her challenge is time. What perfect timing for this slide.
That is.
So
here.
I'm like, someone just wrote that. She was like, my challenge is creating content due to my 9 to 5. And same, I have literally 1 hour a day that I create content, and that is it. If I don't get it done that hour, I don't get content up, or I'll just repurpose something. This is, again, back to what Adley was saying about mirroring your audience, right? And another way to raise the stakes is painting scenarios that your people can actually visually see themselves in. A lot of my clients rely on B-roll with text, right? Because a lot of them are similar to what a lot of you are saying. I don't have time. The reels that I help people with a lot of times take 5 minutes once you get the messaging down and you know how to speak words that make them feel seen, heard, and immediately go, ooh, that's me. They're talking to me. Now, this is still a wide net. Women over 40 is still a pretty big wide net. And even women in their 30s are going to stop and read this reel. Now, I gave her this hook, right? 12. Oh yeah. We want to go to the next slide.
Yeah.
Sorry. I forgot I broke this one up. 12,000 new followers, one reel. And not only that,
8 seconds of B-roll.
Yes. And it's just her cleaning the house. So there you go. Stakes, recognition. We've all been there. I'm cleaning the house, right? So we can see ourselves in her content right away. And then instead of just saying POV, you want to make your house tidier, you find my account, right? That's what a lot of people do when they get on social media. We've heard it all before. Just like, oh, I take my kid on a walk when they have anxiety. We've heard that before. What is something you can take and place them in a story that they can visualize and be like, oh my gosh. And what's funny is, so if you guys want to read it and, wondering why your grandma's house never felt overwhelming, even though she didn't have storage bins, planners, or organizing systems, and you find my page. And some of the things make them go, I've never thought of it. She's right. How did my grandma, right? And then of course there's some comments being like, my grandma's house was actually a mess. And like people are chiming in. It starts a conversation. Most people grew up at least knowing a grandma, having a grandma, and then 12,000 and probably more since then. I know it's gone over. She might even have 2 million views now. But again, if you can make your content feel like they get you, this took her 5 minutes. There's a lot of content like this. And now, of course, I encourage people to do talk to cameras. Those might take longer. Think of fun skits to do. But if you do not have time, Adley and I can help you with that as well. Easily.
Oh, gosh, I love these. Shannon is so good at making content just feel as easy as it should be. Yeah. And once you have these little unlocks, the formula becomes second nature. Understanding the props that she's using to paint the visual picture, the wide appeal of it, because everyone's had a grandma.
Yes.
Everyone's been to their grandma's house. It's widely appealing to it's widely appealing to 100% of people. Okay. Takes a minute to stay on screen. So easy to do. It's novel. She's using what we would call combo method, which is combining two things that don't normally exist together, which can even be thought processes. Like you said, I've never even thought of that. That's a pattern interrupt. And that is by proxy, building trust with her. And then you find my page, pretty curious.
Payoff.
I'm going to click through, and then a percentage of those people will follow because they now know she exists. And I would not normally be if she just started talking to me about organizing boxes. I'm trying to.
I'm sitting on my couch right now.
Don't make me stressed and talking to me about how to clean better. That's not why I'm scrolling social media. So that is why we say packaging is the most important piece. You could make a video watching paint dry if you package it interesting enough. Okay. And so that is what Shannon and I and our teams are really, really good at, is helping you see in you what you're too close to. I always say it's hard to read the label from inside the bottle. That's why I have a coach. And so packaging myself and my message and my story, I have a coach. I have help with that. Right. And so that's what we're able to do for you guys, is show you how to make yourself more interesting to the masses. So you're not just focused on selling and just seeing yourself as a business person all the time. Because when you show up on social, you want to show up differently, like the best friend that you can be to people, like the solvent, right? So what you just saw in these 4 examples of packaging in a wider total addressable market, wider relatability, wider retention, the content quality was the same. This is all iPhone footage, you guys. Their business was the same. The messaging was the same. The only thing that changed was the way that they showed up. Okay. Another one of my favorite examples of this is Brian. Okay. Everybody say hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
This is the real Brian Mark. If you're familiar with him, he is a business coach for fitness trainers. Pretty niche, you know, but he has a great business. He's a solid sales system. 95% of his sales are coming from Instagram, but he was ready to scale. Okay. And he has a pretty successful company, but he came to us because he was really plateaued. And he's like, I think I need to figure out how to show up differently on social, because what I'm doing isn't working. Like I'm not going to be as big as I want to be unless I change something. What are you seeing that I'm not seeing? And Brian was just being this expert, angry coach, yelling at people. And so if I'm a fitness coach and I want to go online and get out of the gym, and you're just yelling at me all the time, just being an expert, that total addressable market, that's a pretty niche thing. Okay. So our plan with Brian was very simple. I said, we're going to focus on the other parts about you. And we're going to go wide top of funnel. We're going to make you more relatable. We're going to show how freaking funny you are. We're going to show the relationship that you have with your wife, because it's beautiful. So then if I'm a female and I don't love being yelled at by angry coach Brian, but I see the way he treats his wife and I see how funny he is, and I start seeing these other sides of him, I'm like, okay, I think this guy can help me. I think he might be for me, right? So just like Snot Doc, who brought his faith into the operating room in sinus surgery, these things that you wouldn't think combined together are actually what make it work. It's actually what makes him magnetic. It's what makes you the best mirror. So that was the plan. That is all that we coached him on, is showing these other sides of himself and getting more attention, getting more views. The results doubled his followers in 6 months, and he had never had $1 million month before. We took him to $1 million month. Now it became his norm. He hit $1 million a month every month after that. Now that is his baseline from tweaking one thing, and that is more views, because more attention equals more leads equals more sales. Okay. And truth number 3, authenticity will always, always have an audience. And I know that sounds crazy, but what we do when we coach you is find those unique angles that make you magnetic. What is your effortless ease? What is it that makes you so unique in this space? Why did you get into this business? What's the faith that drives why you started? What is your family story that explains your work ethic? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to help people lose weight? What's the weird thing you love that has nothing to do with your industry? That is it. That is the thing. The thing you don't want to say out loud is your unique superpower. And I see our buddy Cliff. I didn't know you were going to be here. Okay. Cliff Brooks, if you're here, I was going to just read off your story, but if you're here, will you come back?
I know he popped in.
That was such a surprise. Come back, Cliff. Okay. So Cliff went through a program of ours called 6X Your Reach in 6 weeks. And Cliff, please come back, because I want you to tell your story. You could tell it better than I ever could. Okay. I'm going to start telling your story. And if you want to come back, you're welcome. You're welcome to. But Cliff, when he joined this program, he was averaging about 500 views per video. And he had made $0 from Instagram. It had no sales from all of his effort in making content. Okay. And then he started coming to every single live call that we did, every single one. And he took feedback from our coaches, Mel and Kate, very, very humbly, because they asked him to recreate the same video 10 times. And he said, yes, I will do it. And he kept reshooting Most people won't do this, but he was like, I believe in this concept. I'm going to keep reshooting. Same video over 10 times. He posted that video, was a 20x outlier. Cliff, I'm telling your story. I was just telling the part where you brought the same video back 10 different times to Mel and Kate. Will you tell us about that?
Oh, man. I had an idea and I explained it to them. They told me to film the video. And when I filmed the video, they said the idea was great, but the execution, it was terrible. So I went back and they gave me some ideas. And then the next week on Tuesday, on Monday, we did the call and they reviewed my video again. And then they gave me some more marching orders to go do it again. And then it happened Thursday, then Monday, then Thursday. This went on for like a month until I finally got the video to where they said, okay, this looks good. Go ahead and post it. And it was a 20x outlier when that happened at that point in time.
What was your content before? What were you making that wasn't working?
I've just been doing health and fitness content for the last 7 years because that's the niche that I'm in. And I was trying to show the difference between what your total daily energy expenditure was, which sounds like a really boring topic, but they taught me how to show people to entertain them and keep them entertained and so they can understand everything. So I've learned a lot of things in this group by doing that and just being okay with being bad before I'm good and not trying to be the best at the very beginning and just realizing that it's going to take time and effort to get there.
That's so cool. I hope everybody heard that because you said something really powerful, is not coming in and just wanting to snap your fingers and immediately be successful. But Cliff, you went through that 6X Your Reach program twice?
2 times, yeah.
2 times. And these results, so I told you, you had never made money from social media before, right?
No, I made money from Facebook. I had never made money from Instagram. And my highest video was maybe 14,000 views. And that only happened one time, but my average was 500. And now, as you can see what's going on here with this page, I've got a lot more that are a lot higher.
Mm-hmm.
And not even that, but that's just a picture. If you could look at the actual video, you'd see how many comments are people wanting to work with me on all of this. So that's how I made 160,000 in the last 4 months.
From zero on Instagram to 6 figures, a high 6 figures in 4 months. Once you just took the way you were packaging health and fitness and just told, what was the difference? Did you have to be silly or weird or what was it?
No. So health and fitness, nobody wants to talk about health and fitness. They don't want to hear it. They know they need to eat healthy. They know they need to work out, but it's work and they don't want to do it. Bottom line is, people really wanted to work out and be healthy, they could be, but 75% of the US is overweight, out of shape, and unhealthy. So I had to show them something that's going to be a little bit different. So I actually made a pivot from health and fitness, just coaching, into medical wellness. So now I have created a telehealth business instead of just a coaching business. So we're deep into peptides, TRT, HRT, anything that we can do to help our clients optimize their health. And because there's such a big market out there, peptides are blowing up. Mm-hmm. So I decided I was going to take a stand and say that I don't like research peptides. Because I don't believe that anyone that's in health and fitness should be giving somebody a vial that says not for human use on the front. And then saying, oh, I'm trying to help you be healthier, but it says it right there. So I work with doctors and I work with pharmacies, 503A certified. And because of that, I took a stand. I get a lot of people telling me it's the same. I get a lot of gym bros hating me, but it's my clientele who I am catering to who want to have more of a safety feeling when they order something from a licensed doctor and from a certified pharmacy. So I've been able to build that side of my business up because I'm the only one online that's really talking about there's a big difference. So as I'm creating that difference, a lot of those comments are people like, oh, it's the same thing and blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't matter to me because you're going to get hate if you're on social media, but it's not somebody who is ever going to be my client. So why
Right.
should I worry about them? And I just double down on everything like that. And every video that I make, I'm getting hundreds of people that comment, and I'm in my inbox on Instagram all day long sending messages.
Man, God. And do you mind sharing a bit of your backstory? Because I remember your story, and don't share it if you're not comfortable, that's totally fine. But
I don't care.
I remember it being a huge turning point when you were honest about why you're in the health and fitness space. That did a lot to attract people to you.
So it's a long story, but I'll give you the Cliff Notes version.
Give us the 30-second version of it.
My dad died from a stroke when he was 56 years old, and it completely destroyed my entire family. I was his son, so he always thought he knew better, and I wouldn't. And even though I told him what to do to change, he was too busy, and he always said, I'll start eating better tomorrow. I'll start working out on Monday. But tomorrow never happened. Monday never came, and he had a stroke and died. So for me, I took his death as a way of looking at fitness, that I don't want anyone else's family to go through the pain and suffering that my family went through. So that's when I went full time in. And there are ups and downs in my history. I'm a recovered alcoholic. I've been sober for 12 years now, but I was a complete disaster for 15 years as I was bartending. So life is a mess, but if you turn your mess into a message, then you can 100% help all the people who are in the same boat as you that don't know a way out. But because I found a way out, I talk to who I used to be and say all the things that I needed to hear at that point in my life. And that's what's drawn people to me.
Man, I love that, because you're right. Everybody can get on and talk about health and fitness and peptides. You have a unique separator. One, your controversial angle, attacking the market. Two, the backstory of why you care so much, and the ways in which you've shared about your past, the unhealthiness, the addiction, and why this matters so much is a mirror for so many people who need to turn their life around. And you're the person who was them once, which makes you a more trusted figure and allows you to stand out through that unique packaging. I'm so thankful you jumped back on. Thank you for coming back to our calls, even after going through the program so many times. Thanks.
Oh, you're stuck with me for the next year. So
I love it. You are always welcome. Thanks, Cliff, for the Cliff
You're
Notes. Oh, you're the best. Cliff's, I think he would tell you this too, you guys. But Cliff, as much as we love you, you, Shannon, myself, none of us are special. These results aren't reserved for us. And we have the greatest fortune, Shannon, myself, everybody in Viralish, all our coaches, we get to see these transformations every single day, every single week. So you guys, if we could give you this same playbook, because you have a mission, you have a story, you have a message, you have a business, a product, a service that can help people. And I believe that it is your responsibility to give that to the world. And your job is to get more visibility so you can help more people with it. So if we gave you the same playbook Cliff got, the same playbook Brian got, do you think that you could be successful? If we gave you something that will kick your butt into action, if we gave you a very proven framework and deep dive plan that delivers incredible results, real results, that was not another course, just more head knowledge, or you trying to figure it out by yourself, but it was knowing exactly what you personally need to fix, sprinting fast to an immediate transformation, and you got to be mentored by people who had the results that you wanted directly every single day, would that be helpful? Angelica says yes. Paige says yes. Cindy says yes. Stefan, Colleen, yes, yes, yes. I'm telling you that because we are opening up another round of 6X Your Reach. This is the same exact program you just heard about that Cliff's gone through twice and people continue to go through. This is the highest touch program that Viralish offers, the highest touch. But this time it is not just Viralish, the team behind social media's most viral brands. It is Viralish plus Shannon freaking McKinstry. This is the most epic 6-week transformation program that exists on the internet. And the cute blonde there with the black sleeve, this is Viralicious head coach Mel. You've seen her in the chat. And if you are like me at all, or if you like me at all, you are going to love Mel. She is responsible actually for more of our student success than I am. And she is going to be leading your coaching during the next 6 weeks that we spend together. In the group of you guys that choose to move forward with Shannon, myself, Mel, and our coaching team over the next 6 weeks, I'm going to walk you through what this system looks like. I will say that this is not for everybody. This is for people who are ready for something like this. And so I'm not trying to push this on you. Shannon and I, we're not here to do that, but our DMs have also been blowing up as we teased that we were going to do a program together. And so for those of you who are interested, this is what the next 6 weeks could look like to get you the same transformation. Okay. Week 1, there's 6 weeks of this. The goal is 6x your reach in 6 weeks. Many of you will do much more than that, but this is the kick in the pants, the momentum that many of you are needing to get unstuck, to get unplateaued. And each week builds upon the last. So this is quick fixes. This first week, we are going to get you immediate results. Okay. This is get momentum, get quick wins. This is identifying what is not working about your content, and we're going to fix that foundation. Week 2, it's all about more visibility. We're going to build that awareness to sale journey and turn your content into attention with a couple of more frameworks that we're going to build into your business. Okay. Week 3, never run out of ideas again. If you are not a creative person, if ideas are where you struggle, week 3 is going to be your saving grace as we teach you our 5P framework. Okay. You will be able to generate an endless supply of on-brand, high-performing, proven content ideas. Week 4, this is a reps week. Cliff alluded to it, and Shannon and I are big fans of this is a volume game until you know what quality is. Okay. In the beginning, when you're still trying to figure it out and really find your footing, you have at least 100 bad videos in you that you got to get out. Okay. It is the prerequisite to play. And we can't coach you if you don't make videos and bring videos to us to coach you on. So this is a high reps week. Okay. Week 5, we're going to teach you testing. We're going to teach you that 6th element of the formula, and how when you have a banger, you have something like Cliff did. That was that video that did 20x his baseline. You see now his entire baseline has raised. Same thing happened to Brian. That's when you start doubling and tripling up on your followers. Okay. You're going to learn how to put the foot down on the gas. Okay. Week 6, this is how you know how to do it over and over and over again. This is where you turn it into a repeatable system. And I want you to meet your coaching team. All right. So this is Coach Mel. You guys are going to meet her. You're going to love her. Okay. Over 2 billion views under her belt. She has run the largest catalog of viral videos in the world. So the girl knows how to go viral and how to spot it and how to coach against it. And of course, the brilliant, the lovely, the magnificent Shannon McKinstry just came off keynoting Social Media Marketing World. I swear nobody makes making content feel easier than Shannon. You heard her. She said, I have 1 hour. If I don't get my content done in 1 hour, it's not getting done. Mm-hmm. So I can tell you that's a coach you want on your team for 6 weeks. And I can tell you in this space, you guys aren't getting to work with Mel and Shannon and these other coaches anywhere else. That is what is so freaking cool about this program. You also have viral creator Jake, 6 years in viral content and consulting, worked for Manscaped, Land Rover, growing awareness and revenue. He's a specialist in attention and retention. You have Kate. She is also a viral powerhouse. We've worked together since 2020. And she's created some of the most viral videos on social media that once you see, you will recognize. Okay. Why do I tell you who your coaches are? Because the beauty of 6x your reach in 6 weeks, I said that this was our highest touch program. You get same day feedback for 6 weeks. I think that every time I say this because I'm like, we are crazy for doing this. But this is how you get success. Is you don't have to hire a social media coach or manager that has like 90,000 other clients, okay, and doesn't really care. You pick viral coaches, you pick Shannon McKinstry's of the world, and let them love on you for 6 weeks. This means you can submit a video or a script or a question or a retention line and say, why does this suck? And then our coaches will coach you against it. And we'll say, hey, try this text on screen. Hey, what if you do this? It's the transformation is incredible. Same day feedback, pretty much viralish, and Shannon teams come together and are like fractional members of your team. It is bonkers. Okay. And if same day within 24 hours is not enough for you, and you want feedback now, we have partnered with a company called Gabber. Okay. And you get 6 weeks of Gabber. This is a 24/7 coach in your pocket. Viralish has been training Gabber for the last year. It is trained on our 76 billion data points you could send an edit. You could send a link. You can send an edit to a video, and it will kick back based on probability what you need to fix in order to increase that video's reach. It is incredible. You have an idea, you run it through, and it will rate it, and then you can it will tell you how to fix it. We have 450 credits for you, which should get you through at the average usage amount for Gabber. And then you can always do more. It's like Claude, you can do more, but you guys have 450 free credits to have a 24/7 coach in your pocket that nobody else has. And if that's not enough feedback for you from proven viral experts, you have 3 live calls with your coaches every single week. Okay. You got Mondays at noon. You got Thursdays at noon and 5 Central. These are 2 live video review calls where you're just getting live feedback. Cliff will tell you, anybody in the chat who's gone through this will tell you these calls are the game changer, because you will learn from Viralish coaches, and Shannon, absolutely. You will learn just as much from each other. You will learn just as much from the other business owners, the other creators, and what they're doing and where they're getting wins. And that osmosis, by being in proximity and in a small group for 6 weeks with people with the same goal and mission as you, that is when it works. That is the ultimate power of this. And then you have 1 expert office hour call with Shannon and Mel every single week for 6 weeks. Okay. And if you can't make those call times, don't worry. They are recorded and posted in the group. They are 1000% worth watching. You will get just as much out of it. I promise. Okay. Now, before I tell you the investment, I just want to be very clear about something. This is not for everybody, and that is intentional. But how much would you pay if you knew results like what you've just heard about, or results that could be yours, that you could 6 to 10x your income in a few months, if not weeks, that set you and your family up for a completely different trajectory and future you've been working so hard alone to build? I'm here to tell you, and Shannon is here to tell you, that this call is the beginning of that new path for many of you. So many members and students of both of ours have been in this exact same position as you, on this exact same call that you're on right now. So I want you to think about that number in your head. What would that number be? What would you pay to ensure that success and to have what you've been dreaming about privately? Yes, there is a cap on the group, Ruth. This is going to be a small group so we can have high impact. Okay. What would that number be? Now, I'll tell you, brands pay us $50,000 retainers because they know what feedback from our team is worth to their growth. And if we package this as a proper agency engagement, 10,000 would be conservative. We would have no trouble filling this at that offer. Okay. But Viralish's entire mission is to make this affordable for you guys. Shannon's entire mission is to make this affordable for people. And so we want to do something that meets you where you're at. You don't need, no one has, 99% of you guys on this call don't have a $50,000 marketing budget, $10,000 marketing, even a $5,000 marketing budget. Okay. So we were trying to figure out, how can we put together the best offer possible that would get people the best results possible at the most affordable price for them. Okay. So today it is going to be $500 off for those of you guys on this call. And for this call only, it is $2,000. Not because it is worth less, but because many of you guys on this call are the type of person who are willing to show up, willing to put in the work, and willing to implement. And that is the kind of person that we want in our rooms. Okay. We have incredible testimonials for a reason, and we want to keep it that way. All right. So for you guys on this call, this is it. This is less than a social media manager costs for 1 month, and you get world-class coaching from Shannon freaking McKinstry for 6 weeks, plus the Viralish team that is responsible for this and has coached over 30,000 people in every niche imaginable. Today, many of you are going to have my team and Shannon freaking McKinstry. That's your new name, Shannon. Shannon freaking McKinstry.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I can tell you, there's absolutely no way, as you heard Cliff say, that you're going to go through this program and stay the same. No, it's never happened.
Nope.
Not to those who showed up and used the resources that we gave you. Some of you guys are just in a position to get free information. And if that is you and that is the season of your life that you're in, that is totally fine. Okay. Totally fine. We do not want to financially stress anybody. But if you are in a season where the pain of going slow and flying blind is the greatest cost, and you are willing to invest a little bit of capital to grow faster, where you understand the power of mentorship and you want to compress years of figuring this out on your own, and you want world-class mentorship in your back pocket from Shannon freaking McKinstry.
I'm getting it tattooed.
This was who we built this for. Okay. It is less than a social media manager for 1 month. Shannon and I were like, are we crazy? Yeah, we might be. But that's how much we freaking love you guys. Okay. And I don't think we've ever put a better deal out there on the internet. Though, but here's, I've done this long enough to know that this is the real math. I waited way too long to invest in my own growth and get a coach myself. And I can tell you that every week that you're not growing your reach, you are leaving your future revenue on the table. You're leaving so much money on the table. The audience that you don't build this month does not exist for you next month. 6 weeks from now, you guys are either going to be looking at a completely different set of numbers, or you're going to be exactly where you are today. That is the difference. And I'm saying that as your new coach because I want the best for you. Okay. And I'm telling you, housekeeping, the $500 fast action discount is real. And when this does expire, it expires. Not because it's a trick, but because people who move fast on decisions like this are exactly who get the most out of this program. And this is a cap. Okay. These are the people who actually 6X. So it will be $2,500 tomorrow instead of $2,000 tonight. Success rewards speed. It's one of my favorite quotes. Success rewards speed. And part of our job as your coaches is to teach you the principles of success. Okay. Success loves speed. Don't be the person who's always trying to figure this out in your head alone, because the person who is speedy, they will find 10 things that don't work before you find one that doesn't work. Okay. This is a reps game, and there's no better coach on the planet than our coaches and Shannon freaking McKinstry. Okay. So here's the link. It's also in the chat. It's also on your screen. So if it is a yes for you, jump on it now and drop a huge freaking I'm in the chat so we know who to celebrate. And we're going to stay on for the next 20 minutes or so. But honestly, we're not here to convince anybody. The work speaks for itself. Okay. So we start tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we're jumping right back here. Almost same time, 5 o'clock Central. And we're kicking off tomorrow night. The small group that ends up joining us, Shannon, me, Coach Mel, and this is going to be bonkers. So everyone will be on FaceTime tomorrow. You'll get to ask Shannon questions. You'll ask me questions. You'll ask Mel questions. And this will be our kickoff call. So you'll get access to everything right after this call tomorrow. Okay. So I want to know in the chat, what is the one thing holding you back from saying yes right now? Let's solve it together. Let's solve it live. Drop it in the chat. Okay. While we're doing that, please, because there's about a 30-second delay for us. Please don't say, will this work for XYZ industry? No matter what you say, the answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Over 4 years of coaching, but for Shannon, 4 years of coaching for me, people just like you guys, we've done this so many times. We've never once found somebody we cannot get results for based on these principles and the tools. What will prohibit you from getting results is you not showing up, doing the work, or it is not your niche or your industry. It's your resourcefulness and your lack of coachability. That will be the only thing that will hinder you from getting results. So if you're on the fence, drop your questions and let us help you. Let's see what we got. Shannon, feel free to just call out questions if you see them. You guys can address Shannon specifically too.
Oh yeah, someone said they wanted to see the call times again, just to see if they're available. It's Monday.
It is. Can somebody drop the
Yeah.
call times in the chat? Look for them in the chat.
And yeah, other people said they have tight schedules. I've seen that a lot.
Have to start posting content for my business yet? That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. If you're a blank slate,
Count.
you don't have anything to unteach you.
Oh, and a lot. Yeah, been burned. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
many
don't
of
think
these
I've
people-
talked to anyone who hasn't been burned in this space with this.
I'm not going to tell you what your timeline is for success.
Yeah.
I can tell you our success rate for people who show up and do the work. I can't tell you your timeline's on God. I can't tell you if it's 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, or 6 years, but I can tell you will have world-class coaches talking to you every day that you submit. Like, you need to submit videos. We can't coach videos if you don't make them.
Right.
But I can also tell you, you have access to just world-class.
Yeah.
Coaching.
That's yeah. And I'm also one of those people that loves a challenge. So like,
Yeah.
give me what you're struggling with. Like I'm determined.
Yeah.
Like
And I'm not going to promise you're going to make 6 figures like Cliff did, because I don't know your product. We don't know your
Right.
business, your
Yeah,
funnels, all of that. So this is not a it's not a money-making
yeah.
course.
Oh.
We're going to show you how to make better content that leads to more attention on you and your business.
I've seen a lot of people asking about products, and I've worked with so many product people. Not a problem. Like, people worried that's only service providers. Absolutely not.
I would say we have less service providers than most. I
I was gonna
most-
say the last round, yeah, there was definitely more product people. Oh yeah, and how many people? 75 is the cap, I believe.
We might do more than 75 because this is a bigger group, but we put on more coaches. So if the group is too big, like we add more coaches, so nobody is not going to feel loved on. If you're posting something for the coaches to review every day, you're going to get an answer every day. And you also have Gabber for 24/7 feedback. Okay.
So when you're like me at 2 a.m. trying to come up with an idea, you've got a capper.
Yeah. And there's no other rooms out there, I feel like, that have this level of high touch coaching,
No.
this level of community of people all trying to solve the same problem. For the first time, you guys are going to be sitting in a room with other people that understand the stakes of the problem you're trying to solve and sharing their wins and unlocks with you. That is the power of community. That's why we don't do one-on-one. That is too siloed and it is honestly too slow. You're going to get so motivated learning from each other. That's what we see. That's how Viralish works. That's how Shannon's programs work. Like, it is in group because that's where success compounds.
Yep. Oh, Izzy said she's in.
Let's go.
I'm so excited. A huge part of this, my day job is 8:30 to 4. I don't want to spend the money if I don't have part of the program. Is a big deal. I have that a lot with the Rails Lab, and I can't. The cool thing is, there are replays, and I hear from my people in Rails Lab all the time. They're like, I watch the Rail Play like a podcast, and they just listen to it and learn from it. And then of course the space where you can ask us questions anytime. You'll still get a lot out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't have any other program in Viralish that has same day feedback. Our other programs are growing to be big, big, big. This is small group, 6-week transformation based. This is the only program we have that you come in one way and it is programming that leads week after week after week, that builds on itself and lends itself to a transformation. That also gives you the Gabber credits. That also has Shannon frickin' McKinstry as a coach on it, and plus video review calls.
I love Rachel's question. Will I actually get help, or is it just one person? You guys raise your hands and we go one by one. And there's sometimes these calls have gone 2 hours.
Because these girls
Eventually they have to
love
wrap
them.
up, but no, you get one-on-one support. I know it's not a one-on-one offer, but it gets the feeling of a mastermind. And again, you're learning with each other as well.
Yeah. Shannon's Unite, Shannon Kogan.
Yay!
We'll see you tomorrow night.
We have a lot of fun. I mean, I will say the calls we're serious and we're doing it, but we have a lot of fun too, coming up with ideas for you guys.
You guys, fun is a non-negotiable.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't want to do it if it's not fun.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't fun.
Yeah, that's why the calls end up
In
running
social
over
media at all,
sometimes.
I'd be like, no, I'm not doing this.
So there's the live calls, but then also there's the forum where you post a script. You post one thing at a time. Don't be like, here's 15 videos, review them all. Use Gabber for that. But if you want our coaches' feedback, You post every day, you're going to get an answer every day within office hours. I'm not saying you're going to get an answer at 2 a.m. But reasonable. It is same day feedback.
Yep.
And I don't
love
know another
dissecting.
program that promises that.
No.
And certainly not from coaches this freaking credible.
Yeah.
It does, Kyle, come with modules. I went through week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's lessons and homework for each one of those to ensure that you're hitting your milestones. The beginning date is tomorrow. So tomorrow, 5 o'clock Central, we'll be back here. We'll be on a Zoom. And so everybody will be able to be on screen and you'll see your new community.
See you.
You'll be able to see everybody. And that we'll go even deeper into questions with those who are moving forward with us for the next 6 weeks. And you'll go through something starting tomorrow night called Foundations, from tomorrow night through Monday. And that is the billion view. It's called our million view challenge. And it's the billion view formula that I showed you guys, broken up into very actionable steps to help you design your very first video using that formula. So you go into Monday understanding the foundational principles. So everything unlocks for you guys tomorrow night.
Yep.
Wendy, she says, Shannon, I'm in. I cannot wait. I'm sure I have the smallest amount of followers here. The sky's the limit.
I love, again, we love a challenge. And it's not, you're going to crush it. It's not even a challenge.
No, the sky is, the sky is the limit. This is going to be so
And again, it is, like Adley said, it's about showing up, and it's everyone has a breakthrough, an aha moment listening to other people too. So it's really, really cool. And you guys get to cheer each other on, and it's like a little club for 6 weeks.
Yeah, it really is. Ruth, that's not that big of a group, because if you guys have ever done anything in a group before, you know that some people aren't going to participate.
Mm-hmm.
And
some people are just going to come in
every call. You will get same day feedback. That is the beauty of this program. Because both our Viralish other programs and Shannon other programs, they're big. There's no way to get personalized attention. That's why we came together and created this program, so we can give people personalized attention. That's the unique part about this one right here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Schedule for the calls. Yes, if somebody wants to drop them, we can. We shared that earlier, but we can post it again. But again, we have people that listen to the replays like podcasts, because that's where the goodness is.
Yay. Oh my gosh. I'm so proud of you.
Let's go, Kimberly. Welcome. Let me see. I'm making sure I'm not missing questions here.
Oh, the time investment.
What is the time investment? I would say most of the lessons, Mel, in the chat. What do you think the lessons? I mean, it's 30 minutes a day, a week for the lessons. Like the videos would be 30 minutes a week.
And again, you can listen to them while you're making dinner or getting ready for the day.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, let me hear. I can pull back up those.
Oh, there we go. No lesson is longer than 15 minutes.
Oh, easy peasy. Easy peasy, you guys.
And again, we look at your content and we just,
you guys,
exactly what to do.
You bring videos and you say, hey, Chan, here's where I'm stuck. Mel, Kate, here's where I'm stuck. What would you do? Is this video bad? It didn't get the results I wanted. What can I do? What should I do? How do I package myself? Here's what I'm thinking about this. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You have access to the course for life. You have access to the replays. Mel, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The community will go away after 6 weeks,
right?
Because we can't keep manning that community. The community is for 6 weeks. You have access to the course and for life. Program touch on how to edit. Yeah, we do. We share with you our editing tools and that we use. We don't teach how to edit because there's free YouTube tutorials for that. So it's not an editing course, but we give you our tools that we think are quickest and easiest. And I agree with you. Final Cut takes forever. I gave up on it. This was Meg, who also went through the program. She used the tactics, she said, that we taught in week 3 to create a reel that landed her a paid trip to Tahiti after week 3. And she said, we're getting paid to go to Tahiti twice. That was one of my favorite ones. So if you guys want to travel, I tell you what, visibility unlocks absolutely everything. This was Danny who came through too. And he joined and grew a page from 0. So he was starting from scratch, 0 to 100K followers in under 90 days using our tools and the coach's guidance. This is just one of the messages that he sent. He says, Mel and Kate have been crushing the calls. They're such a huge help. Danny showed up and he was trying to listen to a bunch of different coaches and mentors and make his own cake. But when you listen to a bunch of different people and don't follow a program, anybody's program, being honest with you guys, can probably work. But you need to pick one and go all in on that. So Danny, the other ones weren't working for him. And he said, I'm just going to show up and I'm going to do whatever the coaches tell me to do. Whatever they tell me to do. Mel and Kate were telling him what to do. And he went from 0 to 100K plus in under 90 days from scratch.
Crazy.
Just doing what he told him to do. It can be that simple. A lot of you guys are like, I want results and I want quick wins and I want all the money and I want all of this, but you don't show up and do the work. If you want to go to the Olympics, you're not just going to say, I want to go to the Olympics and I want to be famous. I want to be an Olympian. They're not going to the Olympics without putting in the work. This is no different. If you want the results as big and as beautiful as you say you want, you will have to show up and do the work. Yeah. Okay. That's the only part we can't do for you. We have all the guidance in the world. We have all the proof in the world. We have all the formulas and formats in the world. And you have world-class coaches to push your butt and hold you accountable. But we can't be there to pull you out of bed in the morning. We can't write your scripts for you. We can make them better. But you have to bring the work, and then we will coach the crap out of you. Okay? Yeah,
you just basically answered Kimberly's question. Yeah, you guys go, I just shared this. Why did this flop? You guys content.
Or I'm working on the script. How can I make it better? Yes. Here's my 3 options. What should I do? Yep. You have to bring something for us to actually coach. Questions.
Right. Does this work for all social media platforms? Like, yes, absolutely. I mean, Instagram is definitely my jam, but I've gone viral on LinkedIn many times. I know Facebook is Adley's jam.
I would say the only thing that we don't coach deep on is YouTube long form, because we coach on Discover. Shannon and I and the Viralish team, we coach on Discover-based content. So not YouTube long form. That's a totally different animal, and is the only thing that's a little left of center. Let's go, Becky Vital. Can't wait to see you tomorrow night.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Someone says, what does tomorrow look like? So it's just a Zoom call where you all get to.
We're going to be right back here, but it's going to be on a Zoom call. Cameras on, and it's just going to be a kickoff call where we can tell you even deeper of like what to expect. Here's how everything is unlocked, and you guys are going to get to ask us questions in our small group, and you're going to get to meet everybody that you're going through the next 6 weeks with.
Melissa, I'll write you back. I almost messaged you earlier to be like, you better be here and join this thing because it's perfect for you.
Yeah.
Oh, multi-team access. I saw that a few times. Like,
John, can you speak to multi-team access? So we've had a lot of bad actors in the past who have just like been bad actors. And so if you do have a team, we have a strong discount, a deep discount to be able to add multiple members so that they can attend too. But because this is a limited group, we do have to charge for that. Otherwise, this whole thing would just fill up with people's teams, right?
Right.
So we do a charge for those seats, but you can get a deep discount on team access. But because it's limited and this requires so much work from our team to make sure we get back to everybody every day, we do charge for those seats, but it's just a much smaller fee.
I love Miranda and Nella's question. No, it's off the dome. Like it's based on stuff that they're asking if we use like Chat GPT. I mean, obviously I love Chat GPT, but for this, no, we're giving you ideas based on what we've seen work for our clients ourselves and just what I just see going viral right now. I mean, I'm chronically online. I'm just constantly studying what's working, what's not. And then of course there's always the timeless strategies that Adley preaches that just work.
I would be caught dead before I give you a Chat GPT script.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. No, this is 100% custom.
Especially for what you guys are
brain,
investing.
My brain, Mel's brain.
Right.
Let's go, Ruth. Let's go, May. Oh, our new friends. This is going to be so freaking fun, you guys.
And yeah, Stephanie, everyone's been burned. And like Adley said, all we can really say is that we can assure you this is the top of these are the coaches you need.
Yeah.
And again, like I'm one of those, like, I'm like, no, we're changing lives over the past 6 weeks. I won't.
Yeah. You see Cliff, he keeps coming back through. We have multiple viralish people who have gone through this multiple times.
Turns. Yeah.
Because they want another 6 weeks. They want another because this is our highest touch program. Let's go, Bryn.
Oh yeah, different languages.
If it's able to be translated, we can do it. Or Mel speaks fluent Spanish.
Ooh,
That's very helpful.
it's
I can say tequila.
amazing. My favorite word.
Let's go. Sierra, let's get
I'm
it.
so freaking excited.
It's such a fun.
Oh, the exchange rates. Yeah. It's wild out
That's
there right
fun.
now.
Yeah. Oh, very cool, Valeria. Yes, that'd be great. We can coach in Portuguese if you can help us translate it. But we can, because we're coaching you on structure. We're coaching you on attention and psychology and algorithms and ideas and your edit and stuff like that. The caption help. That's where I stumble how to get engaging captions. So we'll get feedback. Oh, week one is the quickest way to fix any video. And that's a bonus lesson. And Mel, I was about to say Mel. I was like, Mel is so good at it. That's one of my favorite things, you guys. We have people fixing their content. When I said week one is quick wins, you're going to be like, holy crap.
Oh, do we do help with offers?
We're not business coaches.
Yeah.
But we have offers and we're not bad at them. So we can give you our advice, but we're better at content than we are coaching at your business. I don't want to mess with your business, but we're certainly happy to give advice. I swear, we end up being half therapists, half business coaches, half content coaches. This group gets close. It all kind of works together.
Yeah. So no help with exchange rates is what they're asking. I don't think there's anything set up for that, unfortunately. Right. Yeah.
Advice for people who want to do videos without showing themselves on camera. Can't do that because of my current career.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. We have carousel only people.
Yeah, my client, the one that she shows her face, but rarely. It's usually pictures of books and, because it's about teaching.
Yeah.
It just,
we coached somebody who couldn't show their face. I forget what the reason was. But they just did that. They wore a mask. We were testing a mask. We were testing them blurring out their face because that actually helped the curiosity gap. It was such a pattern intro that people leaned in, and it was actually worked really, really well. So we could talk about doing fun, creative stuff like that.
All right. In case you guys thought, Dawn just dropped an email for any questions you guys have on exchange rates.
Grab that email.
And they want to see the curriculum again.
Let me see if I can find that.
Week 1 through 6. I think it's on the website too. It should break it all.
Yeah. Grab that website link just so you guys can see that. But here it is. Week 1 is we're going to diagnose your bottleneck and we're going to get you some quick wins. Then we're going to go into attracting attention. This week is all about visibility in week 2. Week 3, we're going to teach you how to never run out of ideas again. Week 4, you're going to post your little hiney off. Week 5, we're going to teach you how to test and optimize your content. This has been the linchpin to success. Without this, we would not be able to continue getting 1 billion views a month. Testing is the linchpin at how you're going to win. And then week 6 is how to build the system to where it keeps on working for you.
And of course, the same day feedback and all that good stuff. And that's my favorite. I love tweaking. It's but I love do this, say this, don't do this.
Yeah. There was a girl, her name is Amy, and she was an author, and she was like, look at this video. It's doing great. And it did 50,000 views, which she was super happy with. And I said, I want you to do 2 things. I want you to cut off the entire first 31 seconds of this video. I want you to put POV. Your husband says you don't have a sense of humor. And I want you to take out seconds 17 to 19 and put it at the end of the video. She just brought her edit, and I said, make these 3 changes.
Yeah.
It's at 7.2 million views now. She didn't have to go reshoot it. It was just tweaking the edit, you guys. It's the difference between 50,000 views and 7.2 million.
Yep.
From little tweaks. Shannon, like you're saying, we love doing little tweaks.
I love saying that. I'm like, you're 2 tweaks away. I'm like, no, you guys don't understand. You really are.
Remember at the beginning of this call where I said you guys are not as far away as you think you are? You get Shannon looking at your content. You get me. You get Coach Mel and Kate looking at your content.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. We're going to be able to spot your blind spots. That's
Yes.
really what I think this is you're not able to see your blind spots the way that trained eyes and trained coaches, content coaches are, you know?
You're so in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I love when it's, we love working with the people totally outside of my niche. I love it because I'm like, ooh, I'm like,
Yeah.
why would I care about your content as some rando,
Uh-huh. And
Um,
I really think that's what
it's-
makes it fun is we're able to coach somebody like Cliff on peptides because we're able to see him in a different way than he sees himself. He's too close to himself. So Mel's able to come in and say, do this, this, this. Boom.
yeah.
That's what the magic is.
Shannon, I promise I'll be gentle. You're about to change it.
Kaylin, you don't need to attend both. No.
Oh,
The
yeah.
replays, I promise you're going to get just as much out of the replays. Even if you don't get to ask your specific question on the call, ask it in the community. You're always still going to get your feedback, even if you don't make it on the live call.
Yeah.
Let's go, Becky. We start tomorrow. I can't wait. Oh, Chrissy says, if you're on the fence, you really will not regret it. I've been growing with Adley and Mel for a while now. Great coaches and even better people. Love you, Chrissy. Chrissy's been in Viralish since the very beginning, and I freaking love Chrissy because she still comes to every single call because she is picking up new nuggets every single time. We love you, Chrissy. Kaylin, no, you do not need to come to both. If you're on Australia, yeah, you absolutely can. Can you split test without using paid ads? Yeah, if you have trial reels.
Trials.
Yep, for sure. I don't know about the Klarna question.
Yeah.
I do not know, but somebody on our team may know. And then I think Dawn dropped the email address if you have any questions as well. There's another story that I wanted to show you guys. This testimonial came in today. I came in to Viralish thinking I'd permanently wrecked my account, even after working my backside off to try to make it work. I went through the course again, attended 2 live calls, and just posted 3 times. Last post I made before joining the community, 883 views. First post being in the community, 1,300, doubled it. Her second post after being in the community, 2,800 and 22K on YouTube. Third post,
Wow.
tripled her views with 5,000. That is 1 week being in the Viralish ecosystem. And she's already getting better. This is a reminder to everybody. We can work as hard as we want, but if we don't do the right work, it won't produce the results we need. The formula here makes a ton of sense. I'm going to keep applying it. Thank you to the coaches for being super real and honest about what you see needs fixing. Learning from watching you guys, giving feedback on other people's content as well is helping so much. This is why we do group. This is why we don't just do one-on-one. You're going to get so much from watching the coaches answer other people's questions that you may not have even thought to ask. And oftentimes that's where your unlock is going to happen. Okay. This is Chris. Reposting winning reels on trial 3 times a day. Like you told me, an extra 800,000 views. I've used your formula, 5 million views on this video so far. You're the best. You get that starting tomorrow. That's your weekend work, is this part right here. Can't just thank you for an amazing class. The way you lead's amazing. I got a $50,000 coaching client last week, and I'll never forget you guys telling us our value. It's really hitting. Boosted my retention 20% on my first try and easily doubled my views. Unbelievable. Thank you. Mel, I did exactly what you said, and now it's 200K and still rising. Just do what the coach, do what Shannon tells you to do. If Shannon tells you to do something in the next 6 weeks, do it. You have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose and literally everything to gain.
Mm-hmm.
Your business and your life can look so different in 6 weeks from today. And this is why I'm not trying to pressure anybody. No, nobody is. We just know how transformational it is.
Yeah.
It is so good. And we just want that for you. If it can financially stress you, do not. We wouldn't be able to sleep at night if we knew we were pushing somebody. But if you have the means and you are ready, there is no better program out there for a content transformation.
No.
In such a short amount of time that is this intimate, that offers same-day feedback and 24-hour feedback from a highly trained pocket coach like Gabber.
And even social media management, like any social media manager will tell you, it's going to take 3 months to see results. Because it takes the social media manager months to learn your voice, we're just putting the gas pedal to the pedal.
Yeah. The 6X your reach says, I'll hold my beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's 3 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. How about 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Yes, Astrid, we can give feedback on your bio for sure, for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's one of my favorite things to do.
Here's some more. Jake, I did what you said. You're going to see a common thing. I did what you said. It's doing real well. Has 150K. Just a word of encouragement. I posted this video with my ideas and then changed it with the help of the coaches. Make sure and post all your ideas and have faith in your own. My version is almost to 1 million. I'm hoping it hits that mark. Thank you for everybody's help. This was not very long after she was in the community, I think 2 weeks.
Oh, amazing.
So this is the price tonight, you guys. Use that code SAVE500. That's in the pay in full option only. And then the price goes up tomorrow to 2,500, which is still a dope, stupid deal. That's still less than a social media manager costs.
Yes.
For 1 month. Let's go. Ruth, we'll see you tomorrow. Yay! Let's go. Katie, is there another option? What do we do after the 6 weeks? We will show you. There's always options, baby. But this is where I wish everybody started in our ecosystems, because this is the kick in the pants. This gets you the momentum, and then you can have the maintenance. Yes, Rachel, email support@viralish.com. Support@viralish.com. We got a couple more minutes. If you guys have any questions, I don't want this bonus to go away. So if you are on the fence, drop them. And we're going to tell you, and honestly tell you if this makes sense for you or not. We don't want anybody to do a program that's wrong for them. No. We want to keep our testimonials as good as they are.
Right. I know. I never want anyone mad.
Yeah. Let me see. Any more questions?
I think that was the other thing people were saying. Well, what if I'm not selling anything? I don't know my niche yet. I mean, that's kind of one of those tricky ones, right? It's like, but yeah, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to put out into the world? Like, we can help you.
Yeah, I think it's perfect if you don't have something to sell yet. Honestly,
oh yeah, because then you're not
for 4 years. I just focused on building an audience that trusted me, and then I figured out what they wanted, and then I created it. That's how Viralish was born. Is I heard everybody saying, "Teach me how to make viral videos like you do. Teach me how to get attention like you do." And I was like, "Okay, I can show you that." And now we have Viralish.
Yep, and you're less in your head when you're not trying to sell. Pressure.
Yeah. Ashley, it is available after this call too. So if you're waiting to hear back from support, you'll be good. Don't have the digital product put together. I think it's great when you don't have something to sell, honestly, because you're able to just build an audience without being tempted to just make money. You're able to just love on people, cultivate an audience, earn the trust, and then deliver something when you're ready that they'll probably be asking you for. So we can just get to focus right now, pre-product, on just building an audience, building your notoriety, building your visibility.
And then you have 6 weeks to try, test, tweak.
Yeah. Naomi, good for content creators? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's my favorite because I'm a content creator. I rarely, until we do promos like this, I don't sell on my Instagram. I don't sell on any of my stuff. I'm an entertainer. And that's how I started coaching. For 3 years. I was just coaching content creators. And so was Mel.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the wine industry. Oh, Shannon and I would hate to coach you on that.
I'm your perfect customer.
Like, here's what we want you to say. Here's what would work on us. But no, we have somebody in our program who runs like promotions for the entire wine region of Spain. And he's been in our program for 2.5 years. And he keeps everything that we put out, he keeps buying it. Yeah. And so I think he's having a good time.
Lots of people I remember last round, like, submitting skits that they're doing. I mean,
it's fun. Oh, you guys are gonna love it. Yes, Astrid, that's totally fine. If you share a bed and a bank account, totally.
Oh yeah, husband and wife duos are on the call.
I love coaching husband and wife duos too, because that's me and my husband make content. And so we do have a lot of people who do it together, and that's really fun. Let's go, Paige. Let's go, Ashley. We're going to see you tomorrow night. Oh, I'm so excited. These are so fun.
Bring your wine.
Bring your wine. Bring your wine and pajamas. Again, like, I love making videos, but I know for a lot of people, it is a necessary evil. And one of the most gratifying parts, I think, of this job is when, I know you get this a lot too, Shannon, where people are like, oh my God, content is fun again.
Yes. I hear it all the time. I'm like,
yeah, I'm actually enjoying this because I think content is a lot like sports. Like, it's fun when you're winning.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, when you're
if you show you how to win,
right. Yeah.
then you guys will love it. Trisha, I'm going to challenge you on this. Trisha says, I'm not a content creator, but I need to grow. If you are in the business of getting clients, if you are in the business of getting more attention on social media, if you're in the business of being visible, you are a content creator.
Yeah.
Identify that way. Change your pronouns. You are a content creator.
Mhm.
Astrid. Perfect. She says, I've been feeling burnt out.
This will
We're
fix
gonna
that.
fix you, girl. I'm not saying you're not going to work your little booty off
Right.
in the next 6 weeks. I'm saying you can do anything for 6 weeks. Push yourself. Milk this program for all that it's worth. Okay. Push yourself for 6 weeks and you will be so thankful you did. If you post content, you are a content creator. Tell them, Jay. Tell them. Chrissy says it's great to not feel alone creating content.
Yes.
Yes. It's lonely, dude. Being an entrepreneur, content creator, like it is a mental battle. And Shannon, we talk about this a lot of times. The reason we created programs to help people is because you should not be alone. You should not be trying to figure out the most valuable piece of your business by yourself.
I know.
No, like,
and it's always changing. So
yeah,
not to scare you guys, but changing as in like, you know, again, there's like Ali said, everyone's creating content now. So you have to raise the stakes. You just gotta, and it's just adding one extra thing that's going to make it go crazy. Cause you know, from 2020 to 2023, a lot of the basic hooks and things worked because we weren't consuming as much.
Yeah.
Now we got to raise the stakes and make them know it's for the content, make it interesting off the bat. And that's like what we're really good at.
That's another beautiful thing I think about having a community is you have leaders who have their finger on the pulse of how things are changing and where it's going. Shannon is so good at keeping up with trends. I'm not the trend master. I look to Shannon for the trend master. And so Shannon knows what is changing so quick. And she is so freaking good at coaching that. We control over 45 pages. So we're able to see trends on the macro from an algorithm perspective as far as what's coming down the pipeline because we have so much data. And that is why this whole little marriage of our coaching ecosystem works so well. Oh, Nicole, we're going to kick you out of 200 view jail so fast.
Oh my gosh. Thing of the past.
That is a thing of the past now. I'm so excited for you. You got to do the work though.
Yeah.
Like the views aren't going to get themselves. You got to make the videos, but do what Shannon tells you to do. Do what the coaches tell you to do. And I think your page is going to look very different in 6 weeks from now.
If we have anything to do with it.
Yeah. That's our favorite thing to do is kick people out of 200 view jail. Everyone that joined, if you're still on this call, take a screenshot of your analytics today.
Ooh, yes.
Of your profile visits today, of your views today, your followers, and so you have a difference. So you can actually measure the 6x. So we know what we're aiming at. Is this meant for those of us with only a few hundred TikTok? Yeah, Vicky. Yeah. Like if you have only a few hundred, we have so many more hundreds and thousands to get you. If you're a beginner in this, I think it's perfect. I think this is, there's really nobody who comes in and doesn't have a transformation. We built it in a way that you can be at any level. So whether you're plateaued and you already have an audience, or if you're a beginner and you need to get momentum and be pushed in the right direction with tools and good coaching, it's going to be perfect for you.
Yeah. And I also feel like whether you're newer to the space, and I hate saying it, but like so many people have heard so much. They're like, right. And even today, someone sent me, what are your thoughts on this? And it was another advice from another creator. And I'm like, does that sound exciting for you to try? If not, don't do it. Like, we're going to get to know you guys. And I'm not going to tell, I'm not going to tell Deborah the same thing I'm going to tell Vicky, right? It's like, we're going to get to know you guys. So we'll know you guys. Like, that's what was so cool about last time when I got to be a guest. It was like, I remember the person from last week, and that way we could just dive right in. I'm like, oh, I was thinking of you. Try this. And so you guys, we get to know you too. It's not like who's that? You're going to feel very supported and loved on.
It's so good. Yeah. Every time I drop that price, I'm like, are we crazy?
Yeah, we are.
much support and love you get.
It is
Um,
crazy, but
It is crazy, but we love you guys. This is why we do it. It also is fuel and very fulfilling for us to be able to watch a direct transformation on people's lives, and that's why we keep coming back and why we keep doing it. If you're saying, Anna, do you suggest posting every day? I suggest, and we'll tell you this in week 1, if you're posting once a week right now, we're going to challenge you. Let's get to 3 as your next milestone. And then 5, because the worst thing we could do is say, if you're posting once a week right now, and that's been what you can consistently do, we'd be buttheads to say, do 7 a week or bust. You're going to be posting crap. You're going to be scaling crap. So,
and you're going to never want to post again.
Yeah, you're going to burn yourself out. And we're here for the long game. We're brand building, baby. So though we want some quick wins for you guys, we want you to be around for a long time. That matters more.
And I'm not sure what PT Domination is.
That's Brian Mark's company.
Okay. I don't know how different it is, but again, I think one of the beautiful things about this is, again, it's not a boot camp, but we're going to go in, so it's fresh, but also it's based on what Mel and all that we see working right now. So it's very current. I don't know the difference, Bo.
I do, because I coached Brian Mark.
Oh, did you?
I was his content coach. So he's
sure it's
content now, but yeah. He learned quite a lot from us. He was my case study, if you were here earlier, where we took him to $1 million months from increasing his visibility.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And so that was, well, you'll learn what Brian learned.
Oh, and Anna, you can definitely
a lot more in this program. And you have Shannon.
Yeah. You can definitely post less. I have clients that are like, they've gone from 7 to 3 to 4, and they're doing great because they're able to pour more into that content. And then I have clients who post twice a day because they're just like, they're kind of like me. If I have an idea, I can't not post it. So there's no rules when it comes to that.
Oh, okay, you guys. I think we got to jump off here. We love you. That's all, Christine. Okay, love you. Hope you got to catch some of this. You guys, it is still open tonight. Okay, grab the link. It is grow.viralist.com/6XYR. Grab that link because we're signing off here. Use the code SAVE500. Use SAVE500. Check out right there. And the email for support, if you need it, is support@viralist.com. Simple as could be. Okay.
We got you.
I'm so pumped for all our new friends. If you're joining, we kick off tomorrow night. Okay. 5:00 Central. We will send you the link. You'll get everything tonight. Be sure to check your spam as well. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Stay crazy, Jay. You know we will. Bye, friends. See you soon.
Bye.